For more on China's childcare policies, we're joined by Binzhen, Deputy Director of the National Institute for Fiscal Studies at Tsinghua University. Thanks for joining us. What signals are being sent by the recent intensive rollout of childcare and parenting policies? What impact will they have on businesses, local governments, and families?
Yes, these recent policies clearly signal that Chinese government now put a very high priority on resolving this declining birth rate and addressing this aging population problem. So these policies aim to boost the fertility rate by reducing these family financial burdens and fostering this family-friendly society. Beyond these demographic benefits, we expect these measures may also be able to stimulate consumption, particularly those non-educational spending, by reducing this child care cost, which is especially crucial for the economic revitalization in current stage. For businesses, I think this presents some new opportunities like in childcare, education, and the family service, and also the recovering of the economy, right? The increase in other consumptions. However, I think companies may also have faced increased compliance costs to support this family-friendly workplace, such as implementing flexible working arrangements or providing these nursing facilities. And the local government, surely will face more pressure to finance or fund these programs. But I think in the long run, they will benefit from the improvement in the demographic structure. And central government surely will help a lot during this initial stage of implementation. For families, surely these policies alleviate our financial stress or financial burden, although the impact in the developed cities may actually be tempered by our high child care costs. For stimulating birth, I think the effectiveness highly depends on the implementation and also the coordination with other policies.
Now, what is the significance of the fiscal support for children aged under 3 for China's long-term economic development? We know that families can receive about $510 each year for children under 3.
Yes. Well, our analysis actually show that this heavy financial burden of early childhood education is a key, we call, pain point for families with young children, and also a major concern for families who want to have kids. So our calculation indicate that household spending on this preschool education accounts for like about 10% of total household income, which is higher than most of the OECD countries, and also many other developed countries we are interested in. And for the child care, nursery service, the cost is even higher. So the major reason for this high burden is insufficient fiscal subsidies. We do some international comparison and find that China's public spending on preschool education and early childhood education as a proportion of GDP and also as a proportion of total fiscal expenditure are all significantly lower than the OECD average. And also among all these educational stages, preschool education received the least public investment. So so the proportion of government funding is relatively low, indicating we have a substantial room for the improvement, for the increased financial support. And I think researchers and the policymakers all agree the importance of a healthy population structure for economic development. And China's issue of low fertility rate and aging are much more severe than many projections, including those by the United Nations. So the population size began declining in 2022, and in 2023, our total fertility rate reached a historical low level, and we are kind of next to the bottom, only higher than Korea. So it's very urgent for us to adjust our population development strategy to improve the future demographic structure. And a critical step is to increase the financial subsidies to reduce the cost of childcare to stimulate fertility.
Ms. Wu, you suggest there are substantial room for these financial support. So what other childcare or fertility incentive policies could be introduced in the future?
I think there are many other incentives we can do. Like right now, we focus on fiscal subsidies, but we can also, besides subsidize families, we can subsidize the facilities, because I think a major reason for the young couples not want to have kids is because they think they don't have enough support. It's not just financial support. It's more about time and like energy. They need someone to take care of their babies. So we need more nursery centers, childcare centers, and those, it's more about the supply side. It's not just the demand side. So we need more affordable childcare centers, maybe in our communities, and all those need financial support, because I mean it's actually not very easy to earn a lot of profit through a small childcare center. So we, just like schools, we need a lot of public support, because usually the social benefit of these education institutions, schools or childcare centers, is much higher than the private benefit. So we need government intervention to increase the supply, and also with better supply, with high quality, then we will have higher demand. We will have high incentive to have kids and
absolutely
invest on kids. Yes.
Thank you for your insights. Ms. Binzhen, Deputy Director at National Institute for Fiscal Studies.